Good morning and welcome to another Writer's Morning Commute. So this last weekend, on Friday, Netflix released the first season of The Defenders. I've definitely been a huge fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I know that doesn't make me unique by any means, but it's definitely been something I've been interested in and I've loved. I was a fan of Marvel stuff before and have just continued to enjoy it. And when I found out we were going to be getting TV shows on Netflix of Daredevil and Friends, I got really excited. And what I really enjoyed about the show, one of the things I thought it did really well was show how to do a good ensemble show. There are other good examples of this as well. Avatar: The Last Airbender has a pretty good team dynamic. Other shows that kind of do a similar thing, I'm trying to think of examples off the top of my head, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. But you have these teams coming together. Let's compare it to Avengers. Avengers I felt did a pretty good job as well. But they obviously didn't have as much time as Defenders did. And one of the few things that I didn't like about Defenders, I felt they could have done better, was how long it took them to get the team together. They took quite a few episodes setting stuff up. The way that the team came together was a little bit contrived, but I'm fine with that. I understand we have to, get the story. Stuff has to happen to put these people together. That's okay, whatever. But even once stuff started rolling, it felt like it took an episode too long to get the team together. It was halfway through the series before we actually had the Defenders, doing stuff as a team. But once they did come together, and even before that, we had some good moments, but we just kept getting these great moments. And one of the great things about ensembles is seeing the interactions between people. So the first thing you need is great individuals. And we've seen really good individuals on the other shows. So on Daredevil, on Jessica Jones, on Luke Cage, I felt like Daredevil and Jessica Jones were both great. Luke Cage was really good for the first 2/3 of the season. Kind of dropped the ball with the second main villain arc at the end. Iron Fist was a bit of a mess from a lot of different standpoints. But I really liked the character. I felt like he had potential still. I didn't feel like it was just worth it to drop him completely by any means. So I'm hoping that he'll get a bit more build up in season 2. From there, so once you have those good characters, what they did really well was bringing them together, showing each one shining individually, and also showing how they interact with the other members of the team. One thing I loved on Defenders that doesn't really work for books as well, depending on how much energy you put into this kind of thing, is the themes. So at the beginning of the series, where Brand was in the Midland Circle building, being all corporate and trying to intimidate using wealth, all of a sudden you hear, some music from Luke Cage's show, from Luke Cage's soundtrack, and then he busts through the door, it just grows subtly in the background, and then everyone stops talking, and you hear that, and it's like, oh crap, this is about to go down. And a similar thing happens later when Danny ignites his Iron Fist, and you get some good, I don't know if it's hip-hop or rap, but you get some good music that was off the Iron Fist soundtrack. You have good other moments, like when Daredevil was interrogating the African finger of the hand. Jessica Jones had some good investigatory moments. But then the thing I loved was the interplay between the members. So you got to see the bromance between Luke and Danny starting to form. I got to see them fighting together after that scene where he busts into the Flint Circle I mentioned before. You got to see them talking and bonding while Danny was tied up. The show really paints Danny as this kid who's looking for a family, and Luke as this older guy who's kind of looking for a younger brother to mentor. So that just made them natural together. Luke Cage and Jessica had their romantic history. Jessica and Matt have a really good moment when when they're talking to her client, talking about Matt's history, and Matt talks about her history. So that was a really good Matt and Danny bond over martial arts and chaste business. So yeah, just letting all of your individual team members shine, as well as giving each duo a chance to combine, I think is really key, and I think they did it really good. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for hanging out with me.